When I still lived in Seattle, it rained quite literally every single day. It was so depressing having to live with gray skies, and it made me depressed. I remember a day in first grade where the rain was extremely heavy. We were outside for recess, and I just sat there on the wet playground while everyone else was playing. I was devastated. However, as I looked up, blue started to peek through the clouds and a rainbow slowly appeared in the sky. Soon enough, after seeing the rain, I would always know that a rainbow would appear. It made me realize that the rain wasn't permanent, and neither was how I felt in it. Sometimes, when we embrace the negative, it can allow us to grow and become a better person, much like rain. Yes, the rain is depressing for some people, but for a lot of people, they see it completely differently. If we compare nature to ourselves, we're actually pretty similar. Without rain, we wouldn't be able to have water to drink. Without rain, we wouldn't be able to have life. When I say embracing the negatives, I don't mean embracing depression and undermining just how important it is to get help. I mean learning from experiences that might be difficult for us to handle, like losing a friend you were once very close to and realizing that they weren't who you thought they were, or your boyfriend cheating on you. You can learn from that negative experience and learn that someone like them is not the kind of person you should be surrounding yourself with. In fact, I have a really bad experience with this. I had been friends with a boy for about a year, whom I had met at church. I always knew he had a lot of problems, but it slowly started to affect me. Then, when I was on vacation, he texted me something that absolutely broke me. He couldn't take his depression anymore. Although I was deeply hurt, I eventually realized that I could move forward from it. Just last week, on May 7th, I found out that he had lied to me. I confronted him about it, and he told me that he lied about everything. I felt guilty. Guilty that so many people cared about me and my mental health when it didn't really happen. But it also made me realize that those friends that I surrounded myself with were the people I should continue to be around. Through my struggles, I had gained a completely different personality. I cared more about my mental health and became a different person. Someone who tried. It may sound a bit strange hearing this, but I actually appreciate that boy. Of course, I'm livid about him lying, but I learned that I couldn't let myself become like him. I now know that difficult situations are something that I can grow from and become a better person. We often view difficult moments as something to dread, when we really need to realize that they're a way to evolve. Sometimes we struggle to find our sense of self because of negativity, but by keeping the people we love and trust near us, we can understand the truth behind negativity. Learning from negative experiences can help us understand that hardships often come before a positive change. I believe that instead of dreading negative experiences and events, we should view them as a way to learn that there will always be peace after the storm.